Through these videos, I would like to show you how the Syllabus, Blackboard, and the Supersite website work. The first video is about the Syllabus. The first part of the Syllabus talks about my information and the best way to get in touch with me, which is through my email. You guys will also get in touch with me through my Skype if you have any question. There is a phone number here. I will advise you to call this phone number. It's the chair department office. So if you send an email or if you want to give me a message through it, it will not be given to me 2 weeks later. So the best way is through email. I check my email twice, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. The office hours are in Perendor campus from 3 to 4 p.m. and is on the Adjunct Office in Humanities and Science, which is the Brunet Hall in the Perendor campus. And they are done only by appointment. So if you want to see me, I will advise you to email me beforehand so I can be aware that you'll be there and I have to go to the campus. If I don't have any appointment, I will not go to the campus otherwise. I could also answer to your question through Skype, and this is my ID here, and also has to be done through appointment. If you want to see me, or either on campus or by Skype, you just have to set an appointment before, through sending me a message through in my email, and I will reply to you saying I have a spot available for you. Okay. The second section of our syllabus talks about our textbook, or the material we're going to be using. We'll be using the textbook, which is 4th edition. We'll be using the workbook, and we will not be using the lab manual. That is for the from the class that takes place on campus. Okay, but for our online class, I'm only asking you to use the textbook, the workbook, and of course the Supersite, which I'll be talking about later on. The Supersite activities are used to prepare before each lecture, and I will explain that later on how it is set up on the calendar. The Supersite of our book is found on this website. When you buy the textbook, you're gonna see a code on the first page of the textbook. You're gonna use that code to register to the Supersite. Earlier on, I send you an email address stating that you guys have the syllabus already posted on Blackboard under the syllabus option, and you also have the instruction to register to the Supersite, which looks something like this. Here you have the instructions and steps to register if you're a new student, if you have not used the Supersite before, and if you already have used the Supersite before. I have already 6 students already took Spanish 1 with me on campus last semester, so they are returning student. They have to follow the steps for returning student. If you are a new student, you have to follow the steps. They're very simple. Just follow it and then you'll be in class on the Supersite. Okay. I also posted some useful links, but again the most important one is our 4th one, which is this website for our book, our textbook. The grading scale is a 10% grading scale. You're familiar with it. At 90 to 100 is A, 80 to 90 is B, 70 to 80 is C, 60 to 70 is D, and below that is an F. The percentages is distributed as follow. Exam is 50%, final exam is 25%, quiz is 10%, homework, which is Supersite, and workbook. I'll be talking about the expectation for the work later on. It's worth 15%. Okay. Your attendance is based on your participation on the course, and that's based through homework, turning in those homework due on time, quizzes and Supersite, tests, final exam, etc. Let's say we're in week 5 and I have not seen any homework turning from your super site, then when I'm going to do my attendance report, I have to withdraw if I have not seen anything from you. The next section from our syllabus, very important, is the schedule of class events, topics, tests, and other learning activities. In other words, our calendar with all the activity that must be done during a certain time frame. The way I divide our calendar is by week. We have 10 weeks in our course. So we have, for example, week 1, and I put the date, the 5 working day from May 19th to May 23rd. And I'm also giving instruction what you have to do during that week. For example, introduce yourself on the discussion board on Blackboard. If you go to Blackboard discussion board, there is a link called Icebreaker. You gotta click on that link, create a thread, and then post what you are. Introduce yourself, your name, if you're what are you studying, if you are from BCU or from George Mason, etc., and just taking the class because you're during the summer in town, etc. And then you have the chapter 7 preparation super site during that week, and the super site activities are due on May 23rd, and I'm telling you to post your result under the discussion board on Blackboard. I will show you later on the video on talk about super site what you need to post. It says when you're done with all the activities, it says all the assignments are completed, and that's what I wanted to copy and paste with your name on a document and then upload it on Blackboard as a proof that you did the activity. And of course, when you submit, I have all those activities assigned on my website, of course. During that week, you have to take a quiz, and the quiz can be taken at home. I will publish the password and the topics of the quiz on Blackboard during that week. On the second week, from May 26th to the 31st, the chapter 7, we will have a test for chapter 7, and that is due. The test must be taken at the testing center, either on Parent Road or downtown campus. There will be a document, a test ticket. You have to post it on under the syllabus option. You need to print this form and take it to the testing center the day that you take the test. Call in advance to make an appointment. You see before here, these are the phone numbers. One for the Parent Road campus and one for the downtown campus. You have to call in advance before you take the test and bring your student ID. That week, from May 26th to May 31st, the workbook chapter 7 is due. I say the day that you take the test, but that week, it doesn't have to be the same day, but during that week you could turn the workbook chapter 7. On the discussion board, there will be a link titled workbook chapter and the 7. You need to drop the digital copy of your work. This can be done by taking a picture, scanning the pages. There is an application called PDF export. You can take the picture of all the pages and turn it into a PDF file and then upload it on the discussion board. The instructions to turn the workbook are the following. The workbook answer will be posted the week that you're going to be taking the test under the option of assignment. There will be a folder assigned us for each chapter. You must follow these steps when you're working on the workbook. The first step is do the workbook without the help of the answers. Use the answer to correct your mistake with a different color you used to write the answer first. If you write the answer with a pencil, correct them with a pen. If you write the answer with a blue pen, correct them with a different color, and so on. And then of course you take all the picture and upload it, the answers on Blackboard, and that it's 50% of your total course. make sure you follow the instruction as stated, because if you send me the answer with no color coded, I will not give you credit for. Okay? The third week, Chapter 8 preparation, the supersite is due on June 6th. Remember to post your answers on the discussion board on the folder called, or on the link called Supersite Chapter 8. We have a quiz that week, same week, that will be closed on June 6th, and I will publish under announcement, of course, the quiz and what you need to prepare, what grammar point. On week 4, we have the test for Chapter 8. Remember that you have to print the testing ticket before you have to print the test ticket the day that you're gonna take the test, and take that testing ticket to the testing center on the Parent Road or downtown campus. That same week, remember the Chapter A workbook is due, and remember you have to be color coded, and you have to upload your answers on Blackboard. Or you could also, the day you take a test, you can go and take it to the Office of Humanities and Science and tell it to put it in my box, if you prefer to do that. On week 9, you're gonna prepare with the superset for Chapter 9. You're gonna take that same week a quiz at home, and the next week, week 6, you're gonna take the test for Chapter 9, and the workbook for Chapter 9 is due, and so on. Everything works in the same system. 3 things that you have to do for this class. 3 things. The first, prepare yourself with the material found on the supersite. You find videos, tutorial videos, flashcards for your helpful vocabulary. Second, prepare for taking the test. To take the test, you will find also the workbook to prepare for the test. And the third thing you have to do is take the test. Okay, 3 things. And there is an optional study guide, but I'm not asking you to do it, but it will be very advisable because it's a format what your test is going to be like. Okay, with this I'd like to conclude with the first video. I'll advise you to reread the syllabus step by step, and if you have any question, please feel free to email me.